Kim here, Director of Communications for the Arizona Senate Republicans, and joining me today is Senate President Pro Temp Vince Leach of District 11, and today we're talking education. This is very important not only for parents and children, but all Arizonans. And we had a Senate bill yesterday that passed the third read. It was sponsored by Senator Boyer, 1657, and this has to do with school choice, ESAs. What is this, and why is school choice and ESA so important?
Well, it seems to always, when you mention ESAs, it always seems to bring out all sides of the education issue. This bill is really about young folks getting a chance, an opportunity to explore, along with their parents, the school of their choice. And that's what ESAs do, Empowerment Scholarship. And it empowers. The first part of that is empowerment. And we're empowering the students and the families to pick the educational facilities that work best for them. Not zip code directed, but directed to the parent and to the student of how they should learn, how they can learn. I have families in my district that are in public schools, government schools, charter schools, parochial schools, home schools, all in one family, because the parents have decided that this is the learning type that this child is. It doesn't mean that the brother needs the same, or the sister, or whatever. And Empowerment Scholarship accounts give that flexibility to parents to recognize the best avenue to educate their kids.
And essentially, ESA school choice, giving families more opportunities. Say if a student is in a D or an F district, they're not bound by their address. Yeah,
so right now, the last report that I had seen, Kim, was we have about 80,000 children in D or F schools. And this ESA bill is designed to help them and people of color that don't have the opportunities to go into school choice. It gives them the opportunity to explore other avenues for education. You know, in poll after poll after poll, and you will hear people say, well, 95%, 97% of the kids in Arizona go to public schools. What they don't tell you is the rest of the survey, the rest of the poll, that when you go down and you drill down, only about 35% of those want to be there. They're forced to be there because they're close to school, there's no transportation, they don't have any other opportunities to do other things in the educational world. And that's wrong. To have that gap in that percentage, saying 95% go there, but only 35% want to be there, tells me that parents want choice.
And ESAs and school choice became prevalent, especially during the pandemic, not only in Arizona, but in dozens of states across the country, from micro schools to private schools to charter schools. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach for every student. Families can kind of pick their destiny.
Well, and it's really twofold when you look at it. Number one, parents had to do something. Because schools were closed because of COVID, and that's a whole nother issue and a discussion point, but their child or children could not go to school. Parents found out very quickly that having a first grader stare at a computer for 7-8 hours a day was not an option. At the end of the day, both the child and the parent were crying because it's very hard. Secondarily, when parents got involved at that level with their children, they saw some things that were being taught that maybe didn't fit the belief system or the value system of what they wanted their children to learn. So you have both the sense of urgency that they had to do something, but then there was a deeper exploration, if you will, of what was being taught, and parents are saying, no, wait a minute. This isn't what I want. I don't want my kids learning about sex education at this particular grade. I don't want my kids being exposed and told that CRT, critical race theory, is the way to go. And so they're being critically objective in school selection.
All right, final point, 1657 is going to expand eligibility for those students that can have that choice. Anything else you'd like to add about that?
Well, it came out of the Senate, now has to go over to the House. We got it out of the Senate last year and got it over to the House, and it didn't get through. This year, I think, with the extra year of what we've seen, with parents wanting choice, with parents exploring different things, and particularly we've seen our performance in school, particularly for the people of color, the little bit more financially disadvantaged. Those grades have really dropped, and we've really got to aim our resources at helping those families and those children get to a school, get to an education system that will lift them up and give them an opportunity to be participating people in our society.
All right, Senate President Pro Tem Vince Leach, thanks for joining us today, and we'll keep our eye on 1657 as it moves into the House.